I know it is.
Hello, I'm Kerry Metcalf and I'm the founder of Love and Joy Creative Studio, and I have worked as a textile designer for the past 12 years. Now, I'm a very proud Asota shop seller. I've been on the marketplace for just over a year and I have a real passion for creative small business. Now, let me have a little look. So Katherine, we're going to have a little chat with Katherine in a moment. She is from Fig and Joy and she sells on the Asota shop also. And I'm going to ask Katherine lots of different questions about her business. But first of all, I just want to say that I have mentored her. I've had the privilege of mentoring her for the past almost a year now. And we've had one-to-one sessions, which I gifted to her as part of my first year business birthday. And I've got to know her really well. And I love her products, and her and I get on so well. And yeah, she's absolutely wonderful. So I would love to just introduce her to you. So there you go, Katherine. Tell us about yourself.
Oh, thank you, Carrie. And it's such a privilege to have you as my mentor. I've gained such valid information and knowledge from yourself that you've shared with me. So that's been amazing. Yeah, so I'm Katherine. I have my little creative business called Fig and Joy. I'm going to be 46 years young this year, and I run Fig and Joy, my creative business, alongside my full-time day job. So yeah.
That's fantastic. So I've got a few questions to ask you. I've had to write them all down because I'll never remember them all. So question one was to introduce yourself, and you've done that beautifully. So that's fantastic. So question two, here we go. So what was the thing that made you wanted to start Fig and Joy?
Probably because I'd stopped being creative for quite some time, and I think if you've been given a gift, it's just lovely to share it. And I felt like I'd lost my creativity spark. So I decided to start creating again. That's in sketchbooks, and I just loved it. So I realised that I wanted to develop it more, and that's how Fig and Joy came about.
That's exciting. So can you talk me through your design process? What is the pattern from the start?
Yeah, so I get inspiration from everywhere. So, you know, it's all around us, isn't it? And I tend to develop those ideas into sketchbooks. So every time I get an idea, I'll ink draw. You know, I do use a lot of mixed media behind the scenes that you don't probably necessarily see on my Instagram account. So I can watercolour, use acrylics. So I'll sketch all those ideas, tend to be in my sketchbooks, and then I use a software called Procreate. So I will digitally draw those designs out, and then they're printed, and yeah, the process is then developed into the final product.
Wonderful. I can just see behind you some absolute glorious creations, and I'm looking at the palette. My question was about, you know, what colour palette excites you, but I think we can see, can't we, from
yeah, so it's sort of like organically developed, if I'm honest. It wasn't that, you know, specific colours. It just, I mean, to be honest, pink's my daughter's favourite colour, and green is mine. So it tended to develop into those branding colours. But I really struggled with it, if I'm honest, Carrie, because I'm so passionate about all colour. And that can be a bit of a challenge with Fig and Joy and developing my style and colour palettes, because when you enjoy so much different variety, it can be quite hard to pinpoint down certain colour palettes for your branding.
Wow. Well, I can see lots of different little shades of green and pink behind you, and it's glorious. And I love the way that you're creating your patterns as well. So that's really exciting. So my other question was, here we go. What is your product? What's your favourite product to make?
Oh, I probably would say at the moment it's probably the notebooks. I'm such a stationery addict, and I have been since I was young. So to actually have my own notebooks has been a real achievement, and I'm very proud. So yeah, so there's lots more ideas behind the scenes for developing in the notebook area. So watch this space. So yeah, I'm proud with the first editions. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I think it's all really, really glorious, and it's all definitely coming together. So
Thank you.
my other question was going to be, what product would you like to add to your collection that you don't currently have? What can we do?
Yeah, so I'd really like to develop in my prints, but not just digitally. So I would like to do some prints that are mixed media. So that's bringing in obviously my passion for painting. So maybe combined lots of different mixed medias and have some really unique prints and some tote bags.
Wow, they sound lovely. I'm a real fan of tote bags.
Yeah,
I've ordered one already.
Yeah, I have a collection of them myself, Carrie, so it's inevitable to design my own.
That is lovely. But to be honest, I still nip to the shops when I do, and I still forget my bag. Do you do that?
Yes, quite often.
All the time. So tell me why you love the shop small community.
Oh, it's just so caring and supportive. It's just a great community, and I think it's valuable to share your knowledge with others. Yeah, and it's just great. It's a great rapport. It's great to build you up, and share your difficulties, share your passions. It's just really nice. I just love it.
I noticed that your Instagram feed is rather swish. You've done so well with Instagram, and you've got some really, really good ideas about photography, because it isn't just making the product. You've got a real talent to be able to present that product. So although this question wasn't in the questions that I sent you, I just wanted to, really just to point out, perhaps talk to you a little bit about your photography, because you really do have a real talent for that.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's an area that I've always been passionate about. So I just think creating art, photography, I've just been so passionate about it for many, many years. And since starting Fig and Joy, it's actually an area that I've developed in as well as learning. So I just love to share what I've learned with others that are struggling. So we're all at different levels within our businesses. And by supporting each other, I just think it's amazing. So the little bit that I've learned in photography, I like to try and share that with others where they're struggling. I'm not a professional, but equally, sometimes we can flourish in certain areas that other people are struggling in, and I do like to try and share that with others. Yeah.
That is really,
thank you.
That's wonderful. It really is wonderful. And I know that you, I popped it onto my Instagram, but you created a little graphic for me, which I've had so many people say how lovely it is. And,
thank you.
and it also helped me to produce some prints from my typography banners. So
yeah,
those prints are absolutely glorious. Now,
thank you.
I know that you work, so can you tell us, how do you fit all this in? I have
Simply.
How do you
I can't even say coffee because it's decaf. Yeah, it's time management. I really have to plan. So yes, I work 35 hours a week. I get Friday afternoons off, so that tends to be product photography. So I will plan in advance the post that I'm going to put on Instagram. And I will type up the notes. So it's all about planning, really. I have to plan, and that's how I'm able to manage. It can be difficult. It can be difficult, as I'm sure it is for everybody out there running a small business, equally as well that have a day job also. But yeah, I think the key is, like I've said, it's planning and planning my posts. Spending certain times doing certain things I found really helped. I did overwhelm myself at first, Carrie, by trying to post daily, and I think sometimes you've just got to take a step back and work out what works for you and what doesn't. So just doing a bit of reflection, and now I tend to try and post 3 times a week. If I've gained a lot of images with my photography, or there's extra things that I'd like to share, then I'm able and comfortable to post more than 3 times a week, but generally it's 3 times.
not being a slave to Instagram is quite important, I think, because I think we
Yeah,
can all kind of fall down that rabbit hole, can't we?
we certainly can.
Have to post, but actually also it's about the quality, which is really important. And
Yes.
one thing that I'm going to say that you know, I'm looking at that table behind you, and those things could be in, you know, a store. They could be in John Lewis. That setup could be in John Lewis. So I wanted to ask you about your future, and you know, are you always going to be juggling this with the day job, or do you have plans to quit the day job and hopefully time?
The golden question. Yes, of course. I mean, you know, this is where my heart lies, being creative, and it's just so refreshing to be able to do it again. When you have a career and have sort of like given up on your creativity and what you're passionate about, it's just so rewarding to get back into it. But it also highlights how much you have missed it and what you can do and what you can achieve. So I urge anybody out there that is thinking about it to really do give it a go. Yeah, so, you know, less than a year ago, would I have thought that I have my products in 2 shops in Scotland? And that's just amazing. And future-wise, yes, I would like it to be my full-time job, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, I think you'll definitely do it, Katherine. You really will.
Oh, thank you.
And you're a lovely, lovely person.
And
you know, you're always interacting with people, which is really important. And you're sharing of your skills. And you know, even though I'm mentoring you, I've actually learnt so much from you myself, which is a beautiful thing. So you know, none of us know it all, and you know, between us we feed off each other quite well. And if we've got something new happening, we often DM each other or have a little chat or a video call, don't we?
Yes.
Things. So you know, having the people that are behind you, getting your little team behind you on Instagram. I always say that, you know, people who will be your cheerleaders, people who will always cheer you along, people who will lift you up when, you know, your day job's been awkward and your business, you know, if you've had perhaps a hectic time getting prints out, or if something didn't come back perfect or whatever. So yeah, it's really exciting. Now, is this your first market? It is, isn't it? Or is it your second market?
No, this is my first, as in setting up a stall. I have done a virtual market through just images alone, so I'm really excited for this one, because I think it's so nice to be able to display your products and your work, and for people to see it in one area. I think visually that's really nice to do. And just backtracking slightly, Carrie, I'd just like to say, you know, when you just spoke about me, but I would like to say how important your mentoring sessions have been for me and developing Fig and Joy. You know, just the areas that you've supported me in has been amazing, and I honestly don't feel that I probably still would be here or developing things if it wasn't for our mentor sessions. So, you know, I really want to say thank you so much for all your knowledge and sharing your time, especially with me.
Thank you so much for that. I think that, you know, what we've developed is an incredible friendship, and it's a lifelong one. And, you know, I was supposed to mentor you, as I said before, for 12 months, and that was my gift to you. But we got on so well, I'm never letting you go. You're stuck with me now. So
likewise.
That's how it goes. So yeah, but I'm so excited to see where Fig and Joy goes. And I just know that, you know, you've got an absolutely huge future, and, you know, your products, they're affordable. So can you just take me through your price ranges just a little bit? Is that possible?
Yeah, no, that's fine. So my gift wrap is it's sold in a pack, so it's 2 sheets, and that's for £4. My greeting cards are £3.50. My notebooks are the spiral bound ones are £8, and then I do some staple bound notebooks that come in a pack of 2. So they are for £8 also. So yeah, there's a few different varieties and also of prints. It's an area, like I said, that I'm developing in. So there's going to be lots of new products coming soon for Fig and Joy, so that's really exciting. And there's some also lots of new card bundles that are going to be showcased at the market. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited for card bundles because I'm somebody that I never want to buy just one card. So I'd much rather buy a little bundle of cards, and that is really, really exciting.
Yeah, and I think it's knowing the market, isn't it? So in business, there's so many caps, as we all know, we have to wear. So it's, you know, really researching the market with what sells. And I think starting a new business, you learn that as you go along. So the pathway develops, and that's really where I'm at. So yeah, it's exciting.
Wonderful. And then I'm just going to throw in there also that you also offer free delivery, which
yeah,
is important.
yeah.
I've free delivery myself, so you know that is something that none of us want to pay for, and although it has to be found, it's just lovely that, you know, if somebody wants to shop with you, they know that the price of your product is the price that they're going to pay, and that you're not going to spend £5 at the checkout to get it to the house.
I mean, we all do different in our business, but I'm one that I'm quite passionate about that. When you sort of like get to the end of your shopping cart, and then, you know, all of a sudden this new figure appears, and sometimes it can be
I hate postage, although, you know, I often do have to, you know, because you know businesses do offer it, but you know, I do think that it's a real advantageous thing to do, to offer and try to sort of, you know, calculate your costs.
Yes, definitely.
And that's the fairest way to go. Well, Catherine, it's been wonderful to chat with you.
Oh, thank you. Likewise.
Thanks for joining me. And so if you love what you've heard, pop over to Catherine's shop, have a little look at it. It's stunning. I can't ever go to her store without buying something. So enjoy, fill your carts up, and and the one thing I'm going to just say that we haven't really mentioned is that the quality of Catherine's products are stunning. They are second to none. So they aren't just products; they are stunning. So everything is the best it can be. Your notebook, I think you talked about having a linen cover, didn't you? Linen paper.
Yeah, so it's something I'm quite passionate about, and I think that's always been since I was younger and at, you know, art and design school from a teenager. I'm just have a thing about the quality of paper. So even now when I go shopping with my daughter and we're looking at stationery, I'm letting you into a secret here. I've got quite a habit of actually feeling the paper inside notebooks to feel the quality of it. So I'm passionate about that, and you know, want that on my own products. So nice quality papers.
I know, and so as a customer of yours, receiving your products in the post, the quality is stunning, and it really does stand out. So it's all around, you know, it's all around a good product. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, Catherine. It's been lovely to talk to you, and I hope to talk to you again soon.
Oh, thank you, Carrie, and you. Bye, everyone.